The reason that we're here, because they started to talk, not only to their counselors, their teachers, each other, and they started to really demand nurtured heart. We finally had a person who, I call it the path to Jan, brought us to our financial people, who allowed us to do some classes for free.
So we talked about what services do we have, and then we talked about what services don't we have, and how could we achieve those goals. And in each of those areas, as we started identifying what services could we put in, Nurtured Heart approach was there. So when we said we want children to be safe from abuse, what would work? Nurtured Heart. We want children to be safe from re-abuse, what would work? Nurtured Heart.
My belief is that if you teach it well enough, deep enough, and you nurture the heart sitting in front of you, you never really have to sell Nurtured Heart, because people will take it and they'll run with it. And I've never done sales with Nurtured Heart. It really has been the parents who have lit the path in Iowa. Your parents, your professionals, they need to not only know about Nurtured Heart, they need to be able to do Nurtured Heart. And because when they have success, they will talk about their success, and they really become your best brochure, the best brochure you could ever make. For other communities who want to make Nurtured Heart approach part of their culture, to be able to go community-wide, I think the first most important step is to do training well. It needs to have depth to it.
I think it's also important to note that when we decided to do the training in August of 2014, we sent an application to the people that came and took this 6-hour training. Really, there were just a couple of things that we asked. Tell us about your greatness. And the second was, how are you gonna roll this out within your community, within your organization? And the next biggest point was, you have to agree, if we send you through the training, you have to agree to do 2 free sessions, 6-week sessions, somewhere in your community and not within your organization.
Sometimes a transformation takes a little time and it's a little hard, and that change can be difficult. And so we provided then 5 trainings within 6 weeks for staff. At any of these agencies, you could send one person, you could send your entire staff to be trained by me. So it was really a person from outside of their agency who provided that information and had those initial conversations. So also that provided our pool of people who applied to become a trainer and go through that training for free. That gave us our pool. So we knew they were trained, we knew they were trained well. Again, that depth of training, that depth of information, and that depth of relationship with me and with all of us who are going to be a part of this leadership, so that we could see them and we could see what was happening and really see their excitement, was what we then walked into our room when we made our decisions about who would be able to attend that training.
This group is about children and families. This group is about making sure that we save one child or one family one day at a time. Once you have your strategic partners together and have that common goal of helping families, my best suggestion is not to start huge. It's to start small. So when you can find one champion that has had experience with families and children, and you can get them to believe in the Nurtured Heart approach, that champion will help you.
We have seen some amazing results about their willingness to finally work with the professionals in our medical community that has not existed. They have stayed away from our hospital because it was so punitive and it was so shaming, and not meant to be. People were really well-intentioned in trying to help, but frustrated, and so that frustration is gone. Now we have 3 fundamental facilities and organizations who really work with our tough customers, you might say, our adults. And so as we're changing our adults, we're also changing the lives of the children who are in their lives in whatever capacity that may be. And so that has been phenomenal to watch all of them come together to make that impact.